that will allow them to learn how to move their feet, how to use their body, how to catch the ball properly, and be able to work that through to a higher level so that the advanced techniques come out throughout. The beginning of any discussion with regard to throwing for an outfielder has to begin with the way that you grip the ball. And as youngsters, we've been taught to grip across the seams. An across the seam grip would be one where we grip across the two wide seams, almost like a horseshoe, this way. You see the horseshoe? Just turn it sideways and we grip this way. The reason that we do that is because it actually allows the ball to travel a little bit faster that way. We've been told over and over, grip the ball across the seams. We didn't really know why. The baseball is in what we call an air pocket. The air travels around the ball and creates a pocket around the ball, and as that happens, it allows the ball to travel through the air a little bit easier. In fact, it allows the ball to travel through 2 to 4 miles an hour faster than if you didn't grip it across the seams. If you grip with the seams, you don't get that air pocket effect. So we want to make sure that we grip the ball across the seams. An outfielder throws a little bit different than the other positions on the field. Pitchers parallel outfielders, but infielders and catchers throw completely different. And we want to talk a little bit about what we need to do for an outfielder to allow us to take complete advantage of whatever arm strength he has. When an outfielder makes the move to throw, after he's received the ball and it's in his glove, an outfielder drops his hand down below the waist. We call that going down and back and up in this fashion. So we're going to create kind of a circle going around. That movement down allows an outfielder's arm to gain velocity, and that velocity gain translates into a faster throw. He's got a longer throw. It's not quite as important. He gets rid of it as quickly as an infielder, so consequently he's got a chance to do that. Pitcher does the same thing. Infielders and catchers, again, they don't. It's a little bit different technique. So when an outfielder splits his hands, we want this kind of a motion. We want a split of the glove, down, back, and up this way. We want the glove to go out, and what we teach our kids is what we call a scarecrow. This looks like a scarecrow standing in the field. Glove is out, fingers are on top of the ball in this fashion, and then as we begin to throw, that glove's going to come back to my chest, and the arm will rotate up into a 90-degree angle and allow us to make a good strong throw. If I'm facing my partner, I'm going to always point my shoulder, my hip, and my knee at the target. Again, my hands are in front of my chest, and when I split, I'm going to point right at him, right here, into the scarecrow. My glove is open facing backwards, fingers on top of the ball. Bring the glove to my chest, which in and of itself will help you gain another 3 to 5 miles an hour because we're helping pull the arm through. We get into that 90-degree angle. Notice my fingers are behind the ball, and I've got a 4-seam grip, and then I make my throw. And that's the outfielder's technique in throwing. I get kind of picky when we talk about how we receive the ball. You know, warming up prior to a practice or a game is a time for you to get something done. It's not a time to horse around. It's a chance for you to perfect your technique. And I know a lot of times we don't like to think about it like that, and young players don't like to do that, but it's important that the coaches or you as a player take enough pride in what you're doing to get it done right. When we receive the ball, we want to make sure that our partner, number one, knows that we're ready to receive the ball, and number two, we show him what to throw at, and that's the middle of our body. So when we set up to make a catch, we want to spread our feet about shoulder width apart, and we want to flex our knees a little bit. This puts me in a position to anticipate a poor throw from my partner. Even if he doesn't make poor throws very often, I should be set up to receive it every time he lets go of the ball. So we always anticipate a poor throw. Flex position, be ready to receive the ball. Hands go up, and we show him a target right here. This is the box that we show him the target on, and we want to make sure that each time the ball is received, we're in our box. That allows me, number one, to show him where I want it, and number two, it also reminds me that I want to catch that ball right here in this box. So if he happens to make a throw to my left, I'm going to have to slide my feet a little bit and get my chest in front of the ball. If he throws it to my right, I'll do the same thing. Anytime you can catch the ball in the middle of your body, it's going to translate into a quicker release when you go to throw the ball. If you catch it out in here because you didn't move your feet or up over your head or places, it takes you a longer amount of time to be able to pick it out and go. So we want to make sure that we bend our knees and get set into a position where we can receive the ball. Once his throw's made, we move to meet the ball, put the chest in front of the ball, receive it with 2 hands. Above the waist, I'm just going to slide my thumbs together and trap it in. If it's below my waist, I'll put my pinkies together and trap it in there. And that's catching technique for outfielders.